up guys, Phoenix here, and welcome back to another week of Subscriber Wars with your host Phoenix Death. And I'd like to do a special shout out to Wolfie Plays Game, who was the winner of our week 1 Subscriber Wars match when we played on the Glacier Placer. She went up against, I think it was 4 people. It was 4 people including her, and she came out on top with a time of 2:08. So congratulations to Wolfie Plays Games, and also congrats to everybody else who got to compete on the map. But it's a new week, and that means there's a new game, so we're gonna go to the game machine, or whatever we want to call it. I don't have a special name for it, but it's just going to be the randomizer, and we're going to see what the game for today is going to be. So let's click the button. I said click the button, and it's going to be Memory Madness, which is a new game type I created. It's not a new game type, it's a new game I created for the Sub Wars. So we're going to jump right up into that thing, but before we do, we'll start off with our joke of the day. Alright, quiet down everybody, quiet down. I got the joke, You ready for it? You ready? Why can't you play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. Okay, tough crowd again. You guys gotta start laughing. You know, I'm the host. You gotta be nice to me. You gotta treat me nice. But what we're gonna do first is we're gonna introduce all the special players of the day, and then we're going to jump right into the game. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. Sit back, eat some popcorn, and enjoy the show, guys. We're gonna be playing some Memory Madness. Introducing our first contestant of the day, Mr. X King Beam X. What is that, buddy? Oh my god, he brought sheeps with him and he's walking upside. What is this? I don't even know what to describe this as. But oh, okay, this is getting crazy, King Beam. Anyways, King Beam is our first contestant for today. Welcome to the show, buddy. Introducing our next contestant on the show, Wolfie Plays Games. You guys might remember Wolfie from last week. Wait, where are you, buddy? Wolfie, where are you at? Wolfie? Oh, there you are. Silly goose. Yeah, you remember her? She's the winner from last week. We're going to have her back on this week's episode. Welcome, Wolfie. Introducing our final contestant for the day, F for Garthy 76. Let's see where you are, buddy. Ooh, look at that skin. He's looking strong. This is a very strong competitor right here. Do a little squat dance and stop. There we go. Memory Madness is a brand new game mode where contestants will look at a pre-created image on the right side of the Memory Madness stadium, and they'll have about 1 minute to 2 minutes to look at it, and then they will have to recreate the same image on the left side of the stadium on a blank template, and this will see how many points they can get based off of how close they get to the original image or how many blocks they get in the correct spots. They will get more points. So let's see who's the better contestant, or who's the better at memorizing these things. I don't even know if it's just good memory or if it's just good at memorizing or just good block builders, but we'll see. We have a bunch of contestants today, and I look forward to showing you guys this new game mode. So King Beam has just finished looking at the pre-created image, and we're going to send him off to try and recreate it as fast as possible. I will have, what I'm going to do is in the top right, top left, or somewhere on the screen, I'm going to have what it's supposed to look like miniaturized for you guys. I'm recording this separate from editing, so if you're wondering, like, the finished product is going to look like that. But yeah, I think so you guys will be able to see what the finished product looks like. It'll be there on screen for you guys while they're building, and I'm not going to give them too much time, but I don't want to ruin their kind of creative process if they're kind of having trouble recreating some of the stuff, because it is pretty hard to memorize the exact spot the blocks in. You have a general idea of what the things are supposed to look at, but look, King Beam seems to be doing a good job. He was a little bit too far to the left with the Pokeball, and he sees that, so he's shifting everything one over. Very good job. And that's going to save him a whole bunch of points, because now all those blocks will be in the correct spots. He seems to have the sun memorized and also the Pokeball, but the tree is a little bit difficult. I put a lot of random brown and green mixed in there, which should help raise the difficulty level just even by a little bit. Will make the difference in points between contestants. And also the sky is there to give you guys a little bit extra points as well if you're having trouble memorizing any of it. The sky is always an easy spot to get some free points along with the sun. So it looks like he's just about finished here. He's just filling in the tree. He has the dark green wool, and he also has, I think that's brown wool, not clay. We're not using any clay here. And it looks like the tree is perfect. There's a little bit of sky that he's missing right there. And let's see if he catches it. I'm not sure if he will. Oh, it looks like he's gonna miss the sky. And let's see, he's just about done. So we're gonna cut him off in a little bit. And oh wait, he's going back to correct something, I think. Yep, he sees. Oh nope, he's put the same block down. Yeah, he noticed he missed a little bit of the sky. That's good. That's some really good memory he has there. And also just remember, you guys aren't allowed to fly higher than the arena, just to make sure that nobody's cheating. And look, he's done, guys. So that's really high quality. We're going to jump into the next contestant. Oh, nope. I spoke too soon. All right, we're going to jump into the next contestant, guys, and hopefully Actually, not the next contestant, the next round, and we'll see how he does. So it looks like King Beam's getting ready to start the mermaid build of the pixel art, which is round 2 if you guys are wondering how many of them there are. There's 2 of 3. And the tough thing about the mermaid build is there's a lot of angular shapes that go into the tail that lead up to the base of the body. So even if you get some of the details right, you can still miss one of the angular blocks, which sets up the rest of the pixel art to be built at a wrong angle or just even one block off. But he seems to have the tail partly correct right now. I think going into the body though, he might lose some tempo and actually not remember some of the blocks. Like right there's an angle block missing, but it doesn't seem to be setting him off too much. He knows exactly where the hair is, and what is he doing there? Okay, he got that right. And he's putting the hands in the correct spots as well, and the tail is looking a little too fat for the body. As you can see, he has 3 cyan placed below 5 flat clays, so it's a little bit awkward right there. So yeah, he's seeing it right now. There's like an awkward line between where the belly goes and where the tail's going, and he's starting to fix it, which is good. So he's starting the face now, and what we're gonna do with the face, actually what he's gonna do with the face is he's gonna do the eyes first and then the hair. And I would have done the hair actually, because the hair kind of borders in the face, so you would have known how many blocks the face would have needed to be. But he seems to have gotten a good idea. I think this is correct. Like, it has a lot of points in there, only a couple of missing blocks. I think the bra is on the right spot, and I think the only thing, like a couple of blocks, like 2 to 3 blocks, are off on the tail, and he's kind of just sizing it up in his head right now where he's going to put the rest of the blue blocks, and that's pretty much where we're going to wrap it up right there. I think he's just filling it in, and then he'll be calling it a day. Not too many. Oh, he's flying up a little high. We're not going to fill in a little bit too much of the detail, but I just wanted to cover enough of it so you could see where King Beam was working. Yeah, so King Beam, we're gonna call it right there, and let's see if he has anything he's gonna swap out real quick. Yep, see, he's gonna swap out that blue right there on the tail, and let's see if there's anything else. He's missing one of the blocks in the hair. I think he's gonna extend that down, but he might be calling it. So yeah, we're gonna call it right there, King Beam. Sounds about good, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So now King Beam's jumping into the final build, which is going to be a birdie, a sunny little birdie. And oh, he's already got the angles down packed. I think he's learning from the first 2 that the angles are the most important. But the thing is, I think he's missing one of the arches right there, or where the, oh, actually no, he put it in for the top of the cap, or the top of the bird. There's some easy points to be gotten here if you go to the left side and do the egg nest, and also just the base of the bird. Those are some free points right there for a couple of the builders, along with the background if you know where everything is. So he's just racking up some of the points right here, and then the more difficult points of inner detail stuff, he'll have to jump in and fill in later. Alright, so now he's doing the belly, I guess, and he's gonna move on to the face where there's like a little eye dot. There's also a little piece of the beak. Oh, and he remembered the beak, that's good. I think he might have forgotten that there's a second piece of blue that goes over the beak, I believe. I'm not looking at the finished product as I say this, so I might be wrong. And oh, there's another little error right there. He's fixing it. Good, good, good. I wouldn't have remembered the gray. I thought it was all yellow for the stomach, but I'm guessing King Beam is a little bit into the pixel art building side, so it's easy for him to remember stuff like this. And I think the nest is correct as well. The only thing is, I don't think he's gonna remember that there's a little blue above that orange on the beak, which is fine. He still gets the point for the beak. He'll just miss a point for putting sky where the blue is. And this actually looks pretty good for the bird. It doesn't look too off, and there's enough there that he'll get a lot of points for this one. So it's going to be really tough to beat King Beam's score at this point, because he looks pretty on point for all 3 builds. Yep, so we're going to call it there, King Beam. Good job, buddy. So Wolfie's gonna start her time on the Pokeball scene, which is the first build, in our challenge today. All the contestants are gonna be doing the same builds, so it's not really too much of a cheat for them, because they wouldn't be seeing the other contestants compete unless they've gone already. Just like Wolfie wasn't here when King Beam was building. So she seems to have gotten the Pokeball down. She has the placement correct already, and she has a nice start for the tree, but I don't know if she'll remember the rest of it, because at the top is where I find that most of the issues come in with the tree. But the Pokeball looks good. She's gonna rack up some massive points there if it's in the right spot. And also, I think she remembers the sun. I see her going to the top right corner. Yes, she got it. So that's 3 points right there, guys. And then the sky is just going to be a lot more bonus points for her. So she's already being a very high quality contestant to go up against King Beam, and she's getting the sky now. I would have focused more on the tree, because the tree might not be as fresh in your head when you're ready to do it, and that will be where you lose the most points. Okay, so she is going over to the tree right now. Let's see if she remembers everything. So she put a piece of sky right there. I'm not sure if that's the right spot or not, and she's doing the tree build. It's hard to remember where the trunk goes and everything like that, but it looks like she has a couple of the spots correct. I do have some of the trunks slanting to the right like that, and it's going to be surrounded in green wool. not lime, just normal green wool, to simulate the branches and the leaves surrounding them. And let's see if she gets the blue that's right next to the Pokeball. I do remember there's to the left of the Pokeball, there is supposed to be some sky there, but she might confuse that word trees. So yeah, let's see. Let's go, Wolfie. Let's go. You're running out of time. And this looks pretty good. I think at the top left, though, it's not really complete like how it's supposed to be. And I think she's starting to notice that because she's stopping and she's looking back. But yeah, we're going to have to call it right there, Wolfie. Wolfie will now be starting the mermaid part of the challenge, which is part 2 of 3 in our circuit. And let's see, oh, she's starting with the hair first off. That's very, very risky because the tail is very confusing. I would have started with the tail personally because there's so many angular placing there, but I don't blame her for starting the face actually, because like we saw with King Beam, once you finally get to the face, it might be hard to remember where the blocks are supposed to go. And that looks a little bit too wide for the face. She hasn't started the eyes yet, so she might be 1 block off overall. Okay, she's going back and she's fixing it, but still she might be 1 block off because she's making things scaled a little too big at the moment. Hopefully she notices that and she's able to collect more points from her little mistake right here. So she's finally moved on to the lower body, and you see that she's put a little bit of the ocean into it, which is good. She's doing the halfway point, but I don't know if she remembers that there's a bra on the mermaid before the tail starts. Okay, there it goes. So she's filling in a lot of the ocean. A lot of those are free points if you guys didn't notice, because even though those 2 blue in the centers are wrong, the ones on the left and right side is just a massive point of blue where it just takes place. Unless she intrudes on the tail, then she's gonna lose points there. But let's see if she can remember the tail, because she did take a risk by doing the tail last, and let's see if it pays off. It's a little bit wrong at this point, because she's 1 block too high. But I think she does have the correct placement on some of this tail places, because the tail is supposed to have 3 light blue spots. But it looks pretty similar to the finished build. I don't know if she did as well as King Beam on this, but once we tally it up, we will see. And we're going to stop you there, Wolfie. And now Wolfie's on to the final build of the day, which is going to be the bird's nest, and she's jumping right into the nest to claim her free points. This is very good. She forgot the right side of the nest. Oh no, she just forgot a block there, I guess. Oh, she went back and fixed it. All right, and let's see if she jumps right into the bird as well instead of doing the sky, because the sky is a little bit too easy to remember to place, so you might want to do that last. And she is going to focus a little bit on the sky around the nest, and personally I'd like to see her go and finish the bird, because there is a lot of angles, like I said when you saw King Beam doing it, that are needed to remember for the bird. Otherwise it can be shifted wrong or it'll just look very ugly. And she's going to do the left half of the pixel art first, and now she's moving on to the bird. So let's see what she does here. Does she remember where the bird starts and stuff like that? And it looks like she does. She put the 3 light blues there, and then was able to put the feet of the bird. She's starting the tail now. Let's see if she gets the angular right here. So she's missing a lot of the angles right here. She just switched to yellow and she's building up for the stomach of the bird. And as you can see on the right side where she has all that dark blue, there's not really a slant inward, and I think she's starting to notice that she's missing that, and she's trying to accommodate for it. But there's a lot of stuff that should have been done before she did the light blue work. I think personally the bird would have come out better if she did the bird first, but it's okay, I guess. Pretty similar. She forgot the blue above the beak, just like King Beam. That might be like a level of difficulty that people don't notice. It is pretty simple. I try to keep the pixel art pretty simple, but you know, just a little minor degree of difficulty helps to maybe take away points and not give people perfect scores every round. So we're gonna stop you right there, Wolfie. Thank you for competing. So he's getting ready to start his challenge now, and he's going to start off just like everybody else did with the Pokeball scene as the round 1. And let's see what he does first. He's putting a full row of green at the base and not really starting with the tree, the Pokeball, or even the sun for that matter. So that's very risky on his end. Let's see if he manages to remember where anything is. A lot of people messed up the tree and weren't able to put the blue sky mixed in with the tree that was between the Pokeball, but I believe he can do it. He is seeming to go a little bit slower now though. I wonder if he had enough time to memorize the pixel art. Everybody got the same time, guys. It was about a minute, I think, or was it 30 seconds? I forgot what I said the rule already, I'm sorry, but everybody had the same amount of time, so I feel like nobody got robbed on time here. But it might be he's just struggling because this is his first one. Maybe he'll pick it up in the second one and third one. Alright, so definitely everything shifted a bit. He's starting the sky right now, and he's running out of time a little bit. This is the longest one we've done so far. I might have done a jump cut, so you guys wouldn't notice. But he's filling in the sky right now. I don't think he remembers the sun. Hopefully he gets the sun in there soon. And the Pokeball is a little bit off as well, so it's not going to be too many points given here. So I think King Beam and Wolfie Plays Games are going to be passing him in points on this one. But see if he can pick it up in round 2 and 3. We might have to call it there. Let's see if he does the sun. Oh, okay, I think he remembers the sun. It's very good. So we're gonna give him a chance to put the sun in, and then we'll call the timer there. I don't want to be too rude to him. So yeah, there he goes. He's filling the extra beam of lights, and yeah, we're gonna call it there. FRGarthy76 is now going to be starting the mermaid build. Let's see how he tackles this after a crushing defeat on the first one. I sounded kind of savage. I'm sorry. It wasn't really a crushing defeat, but it wasn't too good. I think he's fairly behind in points. He's going to need to make up for it with a very solid mermaid and maybe even a very perfect bird in order to clinch the victory here, or even second place. Since there's only 3 contestants here, you know, there's only 1 winner, but also you can come in second place. Second place isn't too bad, but you definitely don't want to be third. And he has the mermaid tail going a little bit wrong as we start out, and hopefully he notices that he's doing it wrong. And just for a note for the future, guys, if you ever do play this game type with me, don't do the background first. The background is supposed to be free points, because I see he's focusing on the blue wool, which the blue wool isn't that hard to memorize where it is if you already know where the harder detailed stuff is. So focus on the hard detail first and then do the background. The background points will always be there. It's free points, but the inner detail is where you'll make mistakes, and that's where the others will pass you at. Okay, so he's moving on to the right side of the mermaid to do some hair. He also realized that he has to fix the eyes, and I think he noticed that the top of the hair is a little bit messed up, so he's going to be shifting things around. There's an extra blue wool that he has right there on the left side that's a little bit placed on the stone bricks, but I'm sure he'll move it before he goes back and declares that he's done, because there's still pieces in that corner that need to be placed. And the bra seems to be in the wrong spot. I don't even think it's the right color. I think it was supposed to be cyan for the bra. Or maybe everybody else didn't use cyan. I'm thinking of the end of the tail, but we'll see how he turns out at the end of this, because he still has a couple of seconds, but it's not looking too well at this point. Let's see if he remembers the tail. If he gets the tail on the fin, I'm pretty sure he can collect some extra points, along with there being dark blue wool for background to clinch like extra 15 to 20 points. I think that's how many ocean blocks there are, about 15 to 20 of them. So that's free points right there. Also, he gets a couple of points for the skin being in the right place on the mermaid, and also the hair being at the correct spots on certain areas. So yeah, we're gonna leave it at there, and let's see him on the third one, which is gonna be the bird. Let's start his 30 seconds. Alright, so now he's going to be starting the final build, which is the bird, and he's ready. I think he's got this one. He rushed right into there, as you guys can see, and he's building the nest perfectly. He needs a little bit more brown and black to go over. Oh, he forgot 1 block. There's supposed to be a 2x2 for the egg, then a 2x2 space, then another 2x2 for the egg. And I don't think he recognized the mistake there. It's only partly wrong, so it's okay, but it's definitely going to cost him. I think he's going to have to be a little bit more perfect to get second place, but he's definitely not going to get first. But let's see if he can definitely steal second from whoever it is, either Wolfie or King Beam. So he's going to move over onto the right side after he finishes placing some of these light blue wools. And the detail of the bird, like I said, should have been more important than doing background. So if you guys ever do this in the future, do the background first, guys. I mean, do the background last. So he has the feet of the bird being placed, and oh, he knocked away a block right there. You shouldn't do that. It's very bad. He's gonna put it back, and he's gonna start moving on to the upper body of the bird now, because he did the feet, and that's kind of a placeholder for where the other blocks connect on the stomach and also on the tail of the bird that goes up to the head. Okay, so he just placed orange on the beak, and things are getting a little bit out of control here. He has a little bit of brown going on the top of the bird, and I only remember there being blue, light gray, and some other stuff mixed in, so I think he's very confused, which is sad. It's very sad. I feel bad because I really wanted it to be a closer thing for second and third, but I think with all these wrong blocks here, there's no way he could pass second place right now. So hopefully he remembers his mistake and changes it before the timer's up. But the bird is looking pretty funny right here, so even if he doesn't win, we do have a funny looking bird for the third model right here. The other ones looked a little bit too close to the other one for them to be laughable, but this one looks pretty funny. I don't mean to be mean, but like the little neck, and then it goes down to the body. It's pretty weird. Or he looks like he has like long brown hair, so it's weird to see a chicken with long brown hair, or a bird. It's supposed to be a bird, but it looks like a chicken right now, so that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's weird to be a chicken, and I think he's gonna call it right there, guys. So hopefully he did good. So that has been all our contestants for the day. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Our judges will be tallying up the points, and we will release the results in the next one. Or if you guys are good at math and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure you guys can count in the based off of the video on who is the winner based off of points and just overall appearance of the art. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll announce the results in part 3, which is going to be our next game, and hopefully you guys do enjoy this series. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.